Okay, hello, I'm John Manship of Manship Records, and it's coming up to Christmas. We love Christmas because we spend all the year previous to Christmas is accumulating really interesting things to put on our site at Christmas. One of the main things is the auction site for rare records. Everything that we've collected during the year, which is mint unplayed, we save for November and December and auction them off so that kind wives and girlfriends and children can buy Dad something special for Christmas, mint unplayed. So if you go to the website and have a look at the front page, you'll see lots of very rare Northern Soul records there in mint unplayed condition. But other than that, we've got lots of other interesting things. This is what you need first. Tony Ellis. This is the most hilarious book, an insight into Northern Soul, and Tony tells you how to do it properly. Absolutely hilarious, fabulous stocking filler, which is only I think £14, and it'll keep Dad happy in front of the fire all Christmas afternoon. We have lots of memorabilia like this, fantastic stocking fillers for Dad, and rare and authentic. That's a Bobby Womack minute artist photograph, an 8x10, and I've paired it with my favourite Bobby Womack record on minute, and that's California Dreaming. Nice little package that, not easy record to find, and a fabulous, genuine, not a copy, photograph of the great man himself. Then we move on to something a little more special. I paired these three things up. This one is the Clive Stone special report on Motown. He went to see Motown at Christmas, and from that trip this came out. Hitsfield's greeting to the Motown Appreciation Society. Clive was there on behalf of Dave Godin. There he is with his big handlebar moustaches, and apparently he was a fantastic massive hit with the girls at Motown, the girl artists, Kim Weston and Tammy Terrell and Diana Ross. All the girls there absolutely adored his handlebar moustache, his British accent, and that's the special fanzine that Dave Godin put together. And there's the other fanzine where that's been put together when the Motown Review came to England. So that's two fantastic fanzines there, but this is the jewel in the crown. Clive was presented with this Motown Keys to the City key, and as you can see, as far as I know, it's unique. It was given to Clive by Berry Gordy. This is the actual presentation box it was given in. So what you've got there is an historic piece of Clive Stone, his report on his trip to Motown, the record that Motown made for him in its original sleeve. They put it in a blue sleeve, which is really unusual for a Motown record. I've never seen a Motown record in a sleeve like that, but that's exactly how it was pressed and presented to him. And there's your two things, your two fanzines, and this I think is very, very special, and I'll just pass it over there and Paul will give you a close-up shot of that. Staying with Motown, this is something that's even more special. This is unique. This is the film script for the TCB film, directed by Gil Askey, and he did the screenplay. Now just a little bit of insight, this is a film by Berry Gordy. Gil Askey was put in charge of it. Gil Askey was one of Berry Gordy's right hand men. Berry said about Gil, he was the glue that kept the Motown sound together. A skilled jazz artist, Gil Askey was a musical director, and Berry gave him the job of directing the music for the film TCB, which starred Diana Ross and the Supremes and the Temptations. Now within this screenplay here, This is a one-off, by the way. This is the actual screenplay that was, I think, was presented to Berry Gordy or to somebody very important at Motown. It came my way from a very full Motown collection that came for sale a few years ago, and I've kept this within my stock. And it features Diana Ross, Mary Wilson, Cindy Birdsong, Temptations, which was Eddie Kendricks, Otis Williams, Paul Williams, Melvin Franklin and Dennis Edwards, and was produced by none other than Berry Gordy himself, Gil Haskey, Frank Wilson, Maurice King, Roger Campbell, Don Foster and Mike Roskind. This is the step-by-step direction for the movie. When the music came in, you see Gil has made little notes along the way of things he'd like to change or improve upon, and there you are. That's every step of the way of the movie. This was specially bound in psychedelic Hessian. See, it's really nice presented, different coloured paper as well, but I found fascinating the little notes in here where Gil put, I want it to be done in a cappella, I want this bit to be done in a different way. Look, just here's made all notes for the Supremes and the Temptations to sing this song, and little bits that he wants the beginning to be done in a cappella. This is unique, it's a one-off, and inside there's all sorts of little messages in there. All the messages are in pencil, so it doesn't devalue anything at all, and that is unique. There will be a reserve on that. If it doesn't reach a reserve, I don't mind living with it for the rest of my life, that's for sure. So there we go, TCB by musical director Gil Haskey, presented to Berry Gordy, and it's absolutely unique. There's one copy of this as far as we're aware. Moving to another little thing that came our way this year, which I know the soul collectors but also the Beatles collectors will be interested in. This is an autograph book. Quite amazing, really. Can you see that? It's an autograph book from a guy who went to the Marquee Club, the famous Marquee Club in Wardour Street, London, West 1, and he took the autographs of Bill Pinkney of the Drifters and Billy of the Drifters, and I can't read the other ones, but that's the whole of the Drifters autographs. Moving on, there's the Fantastics, who are actually the Velours. They came to England and got renamed as the Fantastics, and the Velours from New York became one of England's most popular soul groups. It gets better. There you go, Clyde McPhatter, his autograph from the Marquee. JJ Jackson autograph. And who else have we got here? We've got Edwin Starr autograph picture. These are all people this person saw at the Marquee Club, and this one, this is from the Lovebirds, Ines and Charlie Fox, who were in England more or less every year without fail, doing the Twisted Wheel, the Tiles and all the London clubs, the Mojo I think they did as well, and this is from the Marquee, got them to sign that. And here is Marv Johnson, who also did the Marquee, and then unfortunately it comes to a little bit of a blank, but he took this album, which is London Swings at the Marquee Club. He took this album to the Marquee Club one night, and actually not performing, but actually at the Marquee Club was George Harrison, and he got George to sign it across the top. This, for me, is a priceless bit of memorabilia, not only for soul people, but for Beatles collectors as well. That's the Marquee Club album that he took with him to get it signed, but George Harrison was one of the punters there that night, and he's got, over a period of time, he took his little pocket book with him to get acts to sign them. So there's two fabulous pieces of memorabilia, which for me, actually three, are unique. There's other things up there. We've got things like mailing packets and Golden World mailing boxes, etc. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're now running out of this big baby. We've got less than 10 left. This will probably be the last time it appears, especially in our Christmas things. This is Manship's Guide to Collecting Rare Soul. It covers everything. It covers Northern Soul, it covers funk, it covers R&B, it covers popcorn, it covers rare groove, it covers Motown, it covers 70s and 80s dancers. It covers everything. It covers a little bit of blues in here, but only blues that crosses over into Northern Soul. And there you go. This weighs 3.2 kilos. It's over 1,000 pages long, and it covers artist, title, B-side title, label number, estimated value, and it actually tells you what the A-side and the B-side are, whether it's Northern Soul for this one by Johnny Nash here, and then it goes Northern Soul and the B-side is just a ballad. So absolutely essential when you're searching through the net for records on eBay or Discogs or any of those places, to just reference them. But more importantly, it actually tells you which records have been bootlegged on the same labels. Okay, so if there's a record on the same label and they've used the label as a template for you to be able to tell the difference, what we've actually done is wrote down the matrix numbers underneath the records. Okay, so not only is it a guide for values and B-sides and A-sides and label numbers, it's actually a guide to be able to tell the difference. And more than that, this time, for the first time ever, we've done LPs, and we've not just done LPs, we've actually done here, we've done the tracks that are important to Northern Soul collectors, like the Len Barry I'll Always Love You, came out on the It's That Time of the Year LP, but it never came out in America, just a bell sign acetate, and it'll tell you which tracks are considered the best tracks. And then again, more than just a listing of paper and notes of what labels. Other than all the referencing you can do, we have filled it with beautiful label scans. I'll just try and turn that around for my YouTube producer here. You can see gorgeous label scans of very, very rare records, records that you some of these are once in a lifetime records, some of them, like there's a whole page full of shrine type stuff there. Label scans in nice sleeves, etc, etc. But as a little added bonus, as I get further into it, there are some reissues here, so you can see the difference between the real thing and the reissue. There's examples here like bootleg of Bobby Freeman, bootleg of Bobby Freeman, bootleg of the Appreciations, and bootleg of the Carlettes, etc. So these are all bootlegs. We've coloured the background on that red, so a warning, these are bootlegs. So anyway, and then we move through, and all those are bootleg records, which you should know what they look like really. There's Sean Robinson there. Secondly, we put a few albums in there, a few rare picture sleeves. So for eye candy, there's some really nice stuff here. We've got the Motown paper discs, which you don't see very much. And then we've got some Twisted Wheel flyers, which are all great. and we've also got some mailing, like a Duke mailer there. These are mailers that went out to the radio station DJs, so we've done that. Now then, this is a feature that we're going to carry on in the future price guides as well. People who I consider were very important to the Northern Soul scene, the rare soul scene. We've got a bio and his favourite records, loads of colours from Martin Barnfather, alias Soul Sam. And then we've got some from Mick Heffernan, alias Mick H, DJ. And we've got a bio from Mr. Fish, better known as Steve Clancy. He's got eclectic taste in very rare 70s, which again we've got all the scans here for them. And then we move on to groundbreaking guy, really. He took the bull by the horns and says, look, okay, you lot are doing rare soul, funk and everything. This guy actually was single-handedly responsible, really, for bringing dance gospel into the rare soul scene, and Greg has kindly let me have pictures of all his prized possessions there. So then we go to the other end of the world. This is one by Barry Simpson, big Motown collector, and Barry's got lots of things, lots of rare Motown things for you to look at. He's probably got one of the best Motown collections in the world. He's also got lots of little bits of memorabilia. He's also got Motown from different countries. And then, really pleased to have this in my guide. John Ridley, the foremost expert on Southern Soul and Deep Soul on the planet. His website, Sir Shamblin, is second to none for a reference point for really rare Deep Soul 45s. John once told me that some of these 45s were as low runs because he's attracted a lot of the artists down for interviews. Some of them are as low as 50 copies per press, some of them. So that's John Ridley, the Deep Soul expert. And then we get one of the best Detroit collections on planet Earth by Richard Johnston. He's going to put his favourite records in there. Again, fantastic colours and records that some people never ever see in the flesh. And that's Richard Johnston on his Motown. It's about 5 pages of Detroit stuff there. I'm very pleased to have the only lady in the bunch, lady DJ, Miss Goldie from Australia, and she's listed all her really nice stuff as well. And again, these are records you just cannot find. And then some guy at the back called John Manship, Rare Soul Man, and I've actually listed a few things I like. Not as impressive as all the other people before me, but that finishes it off. And that's a feature we're going to do in all our guides, is covering some of the people who I feel are really responsible for Northern Soul. Okay, so that book, we're down now to about 9 copies left. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. Okay, so also we love doing books at Christmas, and books are the ideal present for Dad at Christmas, or Mum. Here's just a sample of a few. I'll go through them very quickly. New one out for the Twisted Wheel by Rob McKeever, called Whitworth Street. This one is just a fantastic reference for Detroit Soul 45s by Keith Ryler. This one is Research in Depth by Steve Gunori. It covers Scepter Wand Forever. So this is all about the start and the finish of Scepter Wand Records, the producers, the artists, everything. You won't find a better research book than that one. Dennis Coffey, Motown guitarist, writer, producer on Detroit. That's his inside look into Motown. Some guy called Ginger Taylor, again covered well by Rob McKeever. One of the most iconic Northern Soul DJs of all time. It's a little look at him. This one by Dave Rimmer. Again, this is documentation of the highest order. This is Rare Soul Bible Volume 2. Nice little compact book, and down to the very last detail is doing labels and labels of he's doing labels. Okay, I got stuck then.
Nice cover.
Yeah, nice cover.
I've got his other one. Have you not got his other ones for sale?
No.
Alright. That's alright. Go on.
Got Dave Rimmer's Soul Bible, number 2, Rare Soul Bible. Again, nice cover. Great bit of photography there by Paul Royal. This is nice and compact, and again, documenting of the highest degree. This is a great one, because this is different to anything else on the market at the moment. This is an in-depth look at by Keith Rylett of Dave Godding's Motown Appreciation Society and its effect that it had on Motown and their relationship. This is a classic book, and a look inside Northern Soul by Mike Ritson and Stuart Russell. It's been around for, but I think this is deleted now. You can't get it anymore. So we've got that on the website. And for this, there's a nice sealed copy. I know for a fact there's hardly any of these left anywhere on the planet, because I scooped up the last 10. This is all about Twisted Wheel, Central 1179, and this is by Keith Rylett and Phil Scott, 2 avid wheelers who went there all the time, so they know what they're talking about. Still sealed, beautiful book, and probably the best book ever written on the Twisted Wheel. Also, we have multiples of CDs and great ones by Kenny Carter, Darryl Fletcher. They're essential box sets on Chess, Motown, on Fame Records, Motown again. Coming out of her ears is lots of little gifts to stick in the stocking at Christmas, and if you're stuck for what to do, we have gift vouchers. Much better than this. These are just paper copies. They're really nice card gift vouchers, which are also on the website. And what?
What we planned?
This is not for sale.
Oh right.
I'm going to keep it. I did auction it about 2 years ago, and the man from Japan, if he's ever watching this video, who won it and never paid for it, I'm very grateful, because I think it's a beautiful piece of material. It's a beautiful jacket. I've just worn this today and it turned a few heads in town, and thank you to the man from Japan who never followed through with his money. This is the sort of thing you'll find on John Manship's Christmas auctions. Weird stuff you can't get anywhere else, and maybe one day I'll put this back up for sale again. But
I'll try it on in a minute.
But not at the moment. Let me just put it on. It's a fantastic fit as well. Fits me perfectly. There we go. That's me signing off, and we shall be filling the website with unusual, rare, attractive gifts for Christmas, along with so many mint records, unplayed Manship mints for Christmas.